You're listening to Do This First, a daily personal development podcast that focuses on science-backed, actionable steps towards your best year ever. Hi, I'm Sandy, your host. It is officially 39 days away till the end of 2024. Oh my goodness. And today we're going to talk about retargeting and your marketing funnels. This is the next step forward, since now you know how to segment your audiences. Now you know how to launch a pay-per-click campaign. So this is the next step. Pay-per-click marketing is powerful, especially if you're a niche brand, but even the big box brands use it for obvious reasons. It's an effective way to get people to your website. And one of the most effective things you can do in your pay-per-click marketing strategy is to implement retargeting. This involves targeting users who have already visited your website, but maybe they didn't complete a desired action, such as making a purchase. By using retargeting, you can re-engage with those users and encourage them to take the desired action. I mean, obviously, they went to your website. There's something that they liked about your ad, about your content, that made them go there. Additionally, creating a marketing funnel is crucial, as I was stating before. It helps guide your users through the buying process, and it ultimately converts them into faithful, loyal customers. In order to convert your targeted audience into fans or customers, you have to have a marketing funnel. So let's take a closer look. The marketing funnel is a model that illustrates the stages customers go through before making a purchase. It typically consists of the following stages. Awareness, where your goal is to attract the potential customers to your brand. And the way you do this is through social media marketing, content marketing, and paid ads, among a lot of other things. I mean, you can also have events, you can do podcasts, you can do blogs, you can do a lot of different things. And then there's the interest stage. The goal is to engage and educate customers about your product and services. And the way you do this is through email marketing, which is my favorite thing to do. Informational blog posts, another thing that I do very well. And webinars. And then the consideration stage. The consideration stage, the goal is usually to encourage your prospects to consider your product as a solution. And one of the ways that you do this is by showing how much better you are than what's out there. So you do that with case studies, product demos, and comparisons. It really does depend on the type of product and services you have and the type of industry that you're in and what you're selling. So if you're like a creative, then an influencer's endorsement can be huge. If you're selling a service or a tangible product, comparing it to the top sellers in your market can help, especially if you're able to clearly point out how your product is so much better. Let me give you an example. Carvana. Carvana is a service that lets you buy a car online without the hassle of going to a used auto dealership if you're in the market for a used car. The benefits, when you compare it with traditional car buying, are clear. I mean, no one wants to go to a used auto dealership. There's no hassle when you buy through Carvana. You don't have to haggle or feel pressured to buy if you don't want to. You even get to try the car out for 7 days or 400 miles before you buy it. Now, many of the auto manufacturers have a similar service now after Carvana, like Mercedes-Benz. Except they let you keep the car out for only 48 hours, which is understood. But the bottom line is, if you are going to compare and contrast, you have to know beyond a shadow of a doubt why your product or service is so much better. And then there's the intent phase or stage. The goal is to convert interested prospects into leads. The way that you do this is through free trials, limited time offers, and discounts. And then there's the conversion stage. The conversion stage is basically for you to transform those leads into paying customers. And the way you do this is by having an efficient checkout process and support. Customer support is huge. And then there's the loyalty and advocacy stage. And that's basically you retaining your customers, encouraging word of mouth, and making them your brand's ambassadors, which most customers are more than happy to do if they like the products and services that they've purchased from you. And the way that you keep them engaged is through loyalty programs, follow-up emails, community building efforts, connect everyone together. There are several ways to implement a retargeting marketing strategy in your funnel. So the first thing that you really need to do is make sure that you're setting up retargeting ads. So make sure you segment your audience, which you can do when you're running Google ads. And actually Facebook and almost all the major digital platforms have a way to segment your audiences. And then personalization, develop ads based on the pages that your users visited when they viewed your products. For instance, show ads featuring products that they left in their cart and didn't purchase. Dynamic ads. You can use dynamic retargeting ads that automatically showcase items based on user activity. The timing and frequency. You can set time intervals. Decide how long after a user interacts with your site that they should see retargeting ads, like 7 days, 14 days. The reason why you want to set like a time sensitive interval is that you don't want to create ad fatigue. So limit the frequency to prevent overwhelming users with the same exact message. Integrating your retargeting into the funnel stages is hugely important. So with the awareness stage, retarget users who qualify for your threshold of interest, like visiting your homepage or blog, and you can give them general product and services ads. In the interest stage, target users who engaged with your content or downloaded resources with tailored messages, such as free guides or introductory offers related to their interests. In the consideration stage, show detailed product information and testimonials to users who viewed specific products or services. Obviously, they're considering your products and services, so give them a reason to buy. In the intent stage, apply urgency in your ads, promoting limited time offers or discounts to those who abandoned their carts or initiated the checkout process but didn't finalize it. In the conversion stage, retarget potential customers with incentive offers such as free shipping or discounts, or creating another sense of urgency, like maybe it's a collector's edition. So all these things create a sense of urgency. And then in the loyalty and advocacy stage, encourage repeat purchases by retargeting past customers with loyalty program information or exclusive deals for returning clients. American Express is awesome when it comes to loyalty and advocacy. They give you bonus points anytime that you buy from specific retailers. You get travel benefits. I mean, it's just, they really know how to re-engage their customers. So you can do something like that, of course, on a smaller scale. I've seen where some brands, the more that you buy from them, they'll give you discounts, they'll give you coupons, they'll give you free stuff. There's a lot of ways to ensure that your loyal customers are taken care of. And of course, you have to measure and optimize your retargeting campaigns. You have to track your performance metrics, like, click-through rates, the conversion rate, the cost per acquisition, That's hugely important because you want to know how much you are spending in order to get customers. And then A/B testing is important as well. You want to know what is actually working, what messages, what ad messages are actually working with what audience segments. And then of course you have to adjust your campaign. There are a lot of companies that don't do this, and I don't understand, how you cannot do this. You have to continuously refine your retargeting efforts based on performance data and audience feedback. You have to optimize your budget allocation and high performing ads as well. No one wants to hear the same message over and over and over again. And I'm talking specifically about ads, because obviously if you're a brand, you have a particular mission, you have a motto, you stand for certain things. That's really not going to change that much. But I'm talking specifically about when you have an ad, when you're broadcasting an ad out there, through Google Ads, because that's what we're talking about today, PPC. It's the same ad over and over and over again. No one wants to be bashed over the head with the same ad over and over and over again. Be creative and do different things. That way you'll keep your audience engaged. Even your loyal customers are gonna tire of hearing the same thing over and over again. So again, be creative, put your thinking caps on and look at what your competition is doing, and just kind of, don't copy them, of course, but just, you can be inspired by what you're seeing them do, and you can put your own spin on things. Integrating retargeting into your marketing funnels enhances your ability to convert leads into customers. And it also helps you maintain the customers that you have. Don't think just because someone bought from you once or even a couple of times that they're going to continue buying your products and services, because that's just not the case. There's a lot of competition. And so you have to stay on your P's and Q's. You really do. And you have to put effort into this. No one owes any of us anything. I'm here to tell you there's a lot of competition. And you have to put in the work. That's really what it comes down to. This targeted approach is much more effective than simply advertising to a broad audience and hoping something pops off, throwing as many things as you can on the wall and just seeing what sticks. I mean, that's not a good use of your time and not a good use of your fiscal resources either. In order to really effectively implement retargeting within your PPC strategy, you have to define your audience and create specific targeting lists based on their behavior. If you do that, then you're going to be ahead of the game and you'll be able to be successful. And that's really what it's all about. If you like what you're hearing, don't forget to leave a review. You can also read a full transcript of this podcast episode and all of my podcast episodes on my website, which is dothisfirst.life. And while you're there, you can sign up for my weekly newsletters. I have so many now. You guys just have to go on there and see which ones you want to receive. And while you're there, you can also listen to all of my podcast episodes. And you can also listen to most of my podcast episodes on YouTube. And my handle there is @DoThisFirst. And I'll let you guys know before the end of the year, that entire channel is going to be so inspiring. It'll be the place that you can go to when you just need a quick pick-me-up. Tomorrow will be our last installment of our pay-per-click strategy. Tomorrow I want to talk about, go very granular on gauging the effectiveness of your pay-per-click campaigns. And there are several very hard-nosed ways, of gauging how successful your campaigns are. So we'll talk about that in our next podcast episode. Till tomorrow.